So at the beginning of the year, we spent a long time on I see, I think, I feel. Now that we're moving on to PEAL paragraphs, we may feel a bit like this character, very nervous. Let's try to figure out what you should really be doing. So let's take the PEAL paragraphs. Let's pause that for a moment and just focus on I see, I think, I feel. If we look at this cartoon, what can you see? So, I see a man biting his nails. That's a fact which we can see. But then if we try and interpret this, we can say, I think he is nervous. So, we've taken an observable fact that he's biting his nails, and then we've interpreted this to say that this character is nervous. So when we're busy with the PEAL paragraphs, our evidence, that is what we see, a fact, and the A, our argument, what we explain, that is what I think. So if we're not sure what evidence is, think about what I see, and that's a man biting his nails, and what I think, that he's nervous. So let's look at another example for a PEAL paragraph. So for our project, what we've been working with is that this main topic, that characters influence one another, and the effect that themes have on relationships. So between characters, interpersonal relationships. We've already done the research on what a theme is. That was research that we've done at home. But now if we think about our point, we're going to be making 3 points in our essay. First one about jellyfish, the other one for lamb to slaughter, and then our third one for 2 brothers and a big snake. So we're going to make 3 points, and each point will be different, but they will all relate to this same topic. So I want to show you an example PEAL paragraph for sourworms. So our first process, the first thing that we need to ask is, did a character in sourworms change? Perhaps we could say the younger sister. The younger sister, she changed in the story. Who had an impact on her? That's the next question we ask. So first, it is who changed? Second question is who made this change? Who influenced this character? So who had an impact? So this may be character A, and then character B had an impact on A. Then we wonder, there can be an impact in a good way or a bad way. Was it to their detriment or to their benefit? So then we think, changed how? In what way did they change? And was this change related to a theme? These are the 4 aspects that you need to include in the point that you're making. So over here, we're mentioning that the younger sister, she was changed by her older sister, Nandi. How was she changed? Let me just color code this. So she was changed how? To her detriment. So that is showing us how she was changed, and then who was changed? Younger sister, and then who made the change? Who was influencing her? and that would be her older sister. And then we need to think, but what theme does this relate to? And that would be because of jealousy. These are the only aspects you need in your point. There's no evidence that needs to be included. So if we're talking about lamb to slaughter, don't mention that Mary killed her husband, because that's evidence. We need to stay focused just on a point. This is something that you make up on your own, based on how you view the characters. Did this one change? You can agree or disagree. That's up to you. But once you've made this point, you've made this statement, you've got to try back this up. So I need to find an example or some evidence from the story that shows that the younger sister was influenced by her older sister to a detriment. So what did the younger sister do differently? So to try prove this, to arrive at our evidence, so to find the right evidence, we ask, what did that character do differently? And in Sourworms, our character, what she did differently, just the fact. Remember when we were looking at the I see and the I think? Just the fact, something that everyone will be able to see, is that she hid Gogo's new birthday present about the set of teeth. She hid that from her. That's a fact. But how does this, what she did differently, how does that show that she's changed? How is her character different? How is she different inside? So we've seen that she's hiding, but now what do we think? That's what our argument is. So we're not storytelling in the argument or in the explanation. We're not retelling the story, but we're bringing our interpretation of what's gone on inside. How is this character different? So even though the younger sister, that she loves Gogo, she doesn't want her sister to be liked more than herself. She becomes dishonest. So never in the story did it say she has become dishonest or that she's lying, but just through her hiding something, we make that conclusion that she's being dishonest. So we've now backed up the evidence, the statement that we've made, this point that we've made, that the younger sister is influenced to a detriment by her older sister because of this theme, jealousy. So to create the link, because we'll be making different points, like I said, we'll have 3 different points, that each point will need to come back to the topic, which is over here, that characters have an influence on one another, and the effect that themes have on relationships. So for our link, I'm just saying a part of the point and then adding in the topic. So the younger sister lying, and lying here is the to influence to a detriment. Lying because of jealousy, and that's the theme that was mentioned here, shows that. And here, from here on, you can see this is characters have an strong effect on one another. So mentioning that characters have that strong effect on one another, that is apart from the topic, which I've included in the link. So you obviously can't write the Sourworms, but try use this format. Make sure you're including these 4 elements in the point for your other PEAL paragraphs. Good luck.